In his first few weeks of life, baby's vision may be fuzzy, but a newborn's sense of the close, caring support that's present is sharply focused. Mother and child are drawn together, learning a little more every day about the new relationship just begun.
It's so hard to know him yet, but when I look down at this little miracle baby, it's like he has these deep, soulful eyes. I feel like he knows how much he's enriched my life already, and what a blessing he is.
Simone Marcantel's miracle is more than meets the eye. At age 32, she is a breast cancer survivor, 2.5 years past her battle. The aggressive form of cancer that touched Simone had real potential to open much darker chapters in her life.
You don't expect that this might be the path that your life might take. And especially someone like myself, I've enjoyed excellent health all my life.
Beth Phillips has always embraced life with enthusiasm, filling it with friends, faith, and devotion to her family. Her breast cancer was discovered early, giving her an excellent chance of beating it and an opportunity to champion a new cause in her life. These two women are survivors, with different stories, but sharing feelings many breast cancer patients experience. Part of their life, the time before cancer, ended, and they began a new life, a time filled with questions, challenges, and uncertainty. For Beth and Simone, learning they had cancer was the beginning of their time to survive. Hello, I'm Jean Burns. Over the past 15 years, breast cancer survival rates have steadily improved. This encouraging trend has been linked to greater public awareness and earlier detection, along with improved diagnostic tools and treatment technologies. That kind of success has been seen locally by doctors and staff caring for women who have come here to the Pennington Cancer Center at Baton Rouge General. But breast cancer is still the most common invasive cancer among American women, and coping with it can be an overwhelming experience. The stories of women like Simone Marcantel and Beth Phillips usually begin in a similar way. A routine screening may lead to more testing. A cancer diagnosis is complicated. There are different types of breast cancers, different approaches for treatments, and many different caretakers, including doctors, nutritionists, therapists, social workers, all new people entering a patient's life at a very stressful moment.
It was surreal. And you would think that because of my mother's situation, we would have been bracing ourselves for it, but we weren't. It was still a shock. I think it always is a shock.
The daughter of a breast cancer survivor, Simone was just 29. She and her husband Sean were enjoying life with their young son Caleb. Suddenly, this young family was set on a new course.
Those were the darkest days that I experienced, worrying that I would not see my child grow up, and I still have those days. You know, I don't know that there's a formula of how to get through that, but for me, it does get easier as you gain courage and faith that you will make it through, and you just kind of you enjoy your life now, as opposed to just kind of always thinking about the future.
Despite the obvious expertise of caregivers and the availability of advanced methods and technologies, patients can be overwhelmed. At Pennington Cancer Center, they're guided on their journey by a patient navigator.
What we try to do for people is help them understand where they're going, what the ramifications of each step are, and help them make a decision. We can't always see far ahead, but we can see the general direction that people need to go, and we can reassure them as they have fear about what lies around the next corner, that we do have an understanding, and when they get to the corner, we're going to be there to help them make the next decision.
Simone's cancer was a type fueled by a growth hormone. In just a few weeks after it was discovered, it had doubled in size.
So it was growing very fast, but it was still detected early because it had not been there probably 2 months before, because I knew, I had been doing a breast self-exam.
Encouraged by family and friends to seek the best possible treatment, Simone's cancer journey began like many others, with a visit to MD Anderson in Houston to get a second opinion.
I decided that I wanted to get my treatment here locally. MD Anderson had the exact same protocol that my Baton Rouge doctors had, and I knew it was the best, most cutting edge treatment, and yet I could do it here, and I could remain working, and I could be with my family, and I was someone to my doctors here. I wasn't just, patient number 43. I was Simone, I was a mom, I was a daughter, I was a wife. They knew I had a life before cancer, which became really important to me.
That kind of personal connection definitely had a positive impact on Simone's experience. More and more leading hospitals are recognizing that helping patients through the challenges of breast cancer is a process that begins by reaching out before diagnosis. Cancer screening and early detection are so important. The wisdom of including those recommended routines with a developing expertise in the areas of imaging, treatments, and support was a guiding principle that led to the development of the Women's Center at Baton Rouge General. Including all aspects of breast care in one location is not only convenient, but has a great benefit to every woman who learns she has cancer.
As we have learned more and more about breast cancer, we have become more sophisticated even at the screening stage with the use of multiple tools in radiology, as well as multiple tools to diagnose abnormalities we see, and then to proceed with treatment that's in accordance with a woman's desires. A comprehensive breast cancer center is important because it brings all of those tools together, and it allows continuous communication between the treating physicians, not just about an individual patient, but about the way the entire program is being utilized to provide the best care for each of the patients that is seen over time.
The statistics are still grave. About 1 in 8 women may develop invasive breast cancer in her life. The chance of dying is 1 in 35. But the numbers don't mean as much as the patients who come to the Women's Center at Baton Rouge General. What motivates the community of caregivers here is the individual concerns of each woman and the impact their success can have on every woman who may face the very scary diagnosis of breast cancer.
When he came back in the room, he said, definitely dealing with something different here. He said, but I want you to go get a needle biopsy.